Welcome, everybody. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to be seen by you. I, of course, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Friday night. And I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic one. Good evening to you, Jorge, Gary Bovey, Paladin Steve, and everybody else out there. Regardless of where you're watching us, whether it's over on X or over on YouTube, welcome, welcome, one and all, and I'm glad you are here. We have got a heck of a fun evening lined up. I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. We are going to be playing some first edition Gamma World here this evening. That is going to be a ton of fun, or at least it's going to be a ton of fun for me. I don't know about the players, but we'll have to find out when they get here. If this is your first time hanging out, Steve K, good to see you. This is your first time stopping by and you haven't already done this, I'd like to impose on you. I'd like to ask you just a small favor. You don't have to, but it would be super helpful, particularly if you like the content that you're seeing. Like if you are already fully engaged, would you do me a favor? Would you click the subscribe button and would you click the bell icon for notifications? Because it really, really helps get the channel noticed. Everybody knows that YouTube is screwing with everybody right now. They've just done everything but just admit it flat out. Yes, we're trying to ruin small creators on our platform. So hitting the subscribe button and clicking the bell icon for notifications is really the only weapon I and so many other small channels have to use against the BS that the people in the front office at YouTube pull. So you know what? Even if you're watching over on X, even if you're just stopping by and you've got a dusty old YouTube account that you never use, swing over here and click subscribe. It only takes a minute and it helps me bring you guys lots of cool content by just getting noticed by the algorithm. You know, I've seen channels with 750,000 subscribers, which is something I'll never have, folks. Okay. You know, short of me like summoning the spirit of Gary Gygax right back onto this show to do a live interview, that's never going to happen. But there's people out there with 750,000, a million and a half subs talking about how YouTube is suffocating them and they're seeing a decline in viewership. So you can imagine what it's like for small creators like me. So thank you in advance if you've done that. If you're watching this in a replay mode, maybe you're watching this, I don't know, days from when we're live, also do me a favor and go ahead and give us a thumbs up, which you can do even more live, but leave a comment down below because that does help get the video noticed, even by the craptacular algorithm that YouTube has going. So thank you. That's enough bitching about the algorithm. Let's get on to the fun stuff. Tonight's show is brought to you by me. There are merch links down below, and of course, Crom, character record organization manager software, which is your key to creating, growing, and managing characters in first edition. It does everything. It is fully featured and 100% 1E AD&D core rules compliant. Save characters in text, save characters in HTML. You cannot go wrong with Crom. So check that out. If you're interested in a copy of Crom, you can reach me at that email address right there, bsylvie@gmail.com, and I'll hook you up. Crom, by the way, in case you're wondering what it runs on Windows 8, 8.1, 10, and 11, 32 or 64-bit, and it runs on Linux through Wine. So check that out if you're interested. The next thing I want to mention before we get going with our Gamma World game, I'm just waiting on one more player to drop into the back room is that we are just a couple of weeks out from the 1st of October. And what does that mean between you and me and the whole wide world? Guys, come October 1st, I am going to reveal the holiday gift giveaway, the actual gift itself that four of you folks out there who are paid Patreon or YouTube members will have a chance to win. I will announce that on October 1st. And if you're not yet, if you've been sitting on the fence, when you see on October 1st what we've got lined up, you're gonna break your mouse clicking that join membership button or become a YouTube Patreon button because or Patreon supporter. What I'm offering, you will not have a chance to win these again. I will not do more of these. So to get what I am going to offer you for free, you absolutely positively, no questions, will want to become a member, like Jack Neller just did. Welcome to the fold, Jack. Thank you very much. But one thing I will tell you is you can get that membership or you can get that patronage for as little as $1 over on Patreon or $1.99 here on YouTube. Doesn't matter what level you join us at, you're in the running. You have to stay through till at least the end of December. And the last day that you have to become a member and be considered for the drawing is October 31st. You might think that's a long time off, but it'll be here before you realize it. So come on board for the big win, guys, because when you see what I've got in store for y'all, when you see what is lurking in the wings, because I can see it from where I'm sitting right now, when I show you guys, you're gonna want in on this. It is not something 3D printed. I just want to tell you right that it is something you can TTRPG game with. You can take it, sit down, and start gaming with it. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But you unquestionably, absolutely, positively want a shot at what I'm offering because I know I can't say unique because there's 4 of them, but this opportunity is unique. The items themselves are utterly unique, and you will absolutely want these. So that is about all I have to say about that. We are just waiting on Doomsword to pop in here into the back room, and then we will get Gung. And so I'm looking forward to him getting here in just a hot minute. Let's see. But anyway, is a cryogenically preserved gas? No, it is not. It is not. There are no physical people involved in what you're getting. I'm not sending out Gary clones that have been cryogenically preserved. Sorry about that, Daniel. But hello, by the way, Daniel, if I didn't say hello to you, Damien X247. So yes. Oh, and before I forget, because we are waiting on Dooms. For those of you who can't get enough of me, Tomorrow I will be live streaming, not here on the channel, although I'm going to see if I can figure out how to do the live stream share like I've done before. But myself, Yang and Zhao, and Dungeon Minister will all be reconvening the Nerd Council of Doom. That's right, you can't escape us. The Nerd Council of Doom is in session tomorrow, and you can find us right over here. On YouTube. So grab that, go give us a subscribe, please. We're a tiny, tiny, tiny channel. So it would not break my heart to see those subscription numbers go up. We will be discussing pumpkin spice in TTRPGs. We might even stat pumpkin spice up live. Who knows? You want miniatures of the heroes from the Shadow of Mystara video game? You and me both, Damien. I wish it was that. But maybe like a slightly larger base with a little digital audio playback, so you could get their little battle cries when you push a button. That would be neat. But yes, join myself, Dungeon Minister, and Yang and Zhao. We're gonna hold forth on quite a few things, because heaven knows we absolutely, positively, unquestionably need a little bit of stress relief. So is it how witches use it? Maybe, Damien, maybe, could be. There's no pumpkin spice in TT RPGs. Well, maybe not yours. All right, guys, that's enough stuff from me. I'm going to go ahead and put my headphones on, and we're going to bring in our excellent group of players. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome in, please, our players for tonight. First of all, he's that bug around YouTube. You know him, you love him. You can find him here on YouTube at Yang and Zhao 4 or at the Nerd Council of Doom. Everybody, please welcome Yang and Zhao as Go. Yang, good to see you.
Good evening. Good evening.
What's buzzing?
Oh my.
And of course, what Night of the Emerald would be complete without our power armor clad man about the wastelands. He's got a YouTube channel, by the way, before I forget. You can find him at Doom Swords here on YouTube. Everybody's welcome Doom Sword as Techno, the humanoid. Techno, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
And last and absolutely not least, because we are a trio just tonight, and I will explain momentarily. We have Kennick playing the pure strain human Sage. Kennick, good to see you.
Hello.
So, and tonight we are a little short. Tim is flying back in tonight, and boy, are his arms tired. No, he's a little under the weather despite being over the clouds. So we will hope that Tim gets to feeling better and is able to join us next week at the table for some AD&D, and then Friday for some Gamma World. And also Kevin is toting that barge and lifting that bale. He got called out on some duties tonight, so I hope he'll be able to pop in a little later, but we understand, Kev. We love you to pieces, brother. And if it is not to be tonight, then I apologize. All right. So let's go ahead and join back up where we were last week. You guys had joined a caravan and were traveling across the desert to someplace called Black Rock City. You were trading your protection for 30 domars apiece as you go. And thus far, you had encountered 3 Sep that had that had attacked your group. You had also encountered one. I don't have my notes down in front of me. Doggone it, where did they go? You encountered a chameleon-like creature that pretended to be a beneficial flower, but instead was a flightless mosquito type thing that had almost poisoned Sage, but you were able to rescue her before it sucked out more of her blood. So, and that was on your 5th day of travel. The ensuing days are fairly uneventful. You, as much as you want to, you get to know the other members on the caravan as you travel. They're a diverse lot, mostly pure strain humans. The caravan master himself appears to be has some mild mutation. He has a slightly smaller set of ears above his ears, just slightly above and behind. Otherwise, looks as normal as any other pure strain human as you guys have encountered out here in the wastelands. And you travel on for another Sen night. Nothing terribly exciting happens. And then the last couple of days, the desert begins to rise ever slightly as it slopes upward and you start to move in to rockier areas. So it is the 7th night. As you are, well, I shouldn't say it's the 7th night. It would be the 12th night. Yes, it would be the 12th night. Who is on watch that night? It is amongst your duties. There are a couple of caravan personnel armed with crossbows and duralloy swords who are also keeping watch. But who is keeping watch with them, please?
Go, Will.
Okay. So Sage and Techno, then you guys are bunkered down. By the way, Dooms, remind us, because for those of you who don't know, Techno is rocking some very serious power armor. Does Techno sleep outside of the armor, but near to it so he can don it quickly?
Yeah, exactly. If he's awake and just traveling, generally he'll lay in it with the top hatch, or he'll sit in it with the top hatch because he can deal with the immobility under those circumstances. But if he's sleeping, he just sleeps next to it, make sure he gets a rest, and then he has to climb in and activate or stay out of it, whatever he chooses. Right
on. Okay, so Yang, do me a favor and roll a d6, please.
Oh, initiative already.
A2. Okay. All right. So it's you and a couple of other caravanners. They're not being rude about it. They're not sure exactly what to discuss with a locust man. So they're like, so you're chitinous, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
All
Would you like to touch?
Let's see. How do they react to that? First person is like, no, I think I'm gonna pass. Second person, yeah, they're both. I don't want to be rude. Yeah, it's just But by the way, what is Go's charisma?
9.
9. Okay, so it's absolutely average. So yeah, they're not like, oh God, ew, no. but they're, you know what, it would be rude. We certainly don't want to. All right. Okay. So as the fire begins to gutter, of course, you're keeping watch, and you're the little collection of carts. You know, you've got your brutors, you've got your rack oxen, all kind of in the middle of the circled the circle of carts, and then, you know, there's a fire in the middle of that. And those of you on watch are occasionally walking that perimeter. Hello, Kabuki, good to see you. All righty. Oof. Okay, Yang, what is your constitution?
Oh, lovely. Con is 12.
Con is 12. Well, don't say it like that. It's not necessarily going to be bad.
Come on, man. It's Gamma World. Of course it's necessarily going to be bad.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, something moist and sticky splatters on you from a distance.
And it's not chocolate cake, right?
It's not chocolate cake. It's not chocolate cake. You immediately, like, you're like, Gah! And your chitinous joints lock, and you stagger and fall over. You are paralyzed. All right. Now here's the question. Okay. You lie there for an unknown amount of time, and as you're lying there pondering, what in heck just got all over your spiracules and gills and everything else. Let's see. Okay, you see about a 10 centimeter beetle. It's bright orange, and you recognize it. It is a dreaded Zarn, and it scuttles up on your carapace and kind of maneuvers all around you, and you can hear and feel this horrible scorching sound at the base of your neck.
So I have a question.
I have an answer.
Since I am paralyzed, does that also prevent me from using mental abilities?
No. What do you want to do?
So I will use illusion generation to put into the Zorn's mind that Go is its whatever its natural enemy is and will quickly eat it. Is waiting to eat it.
All right, let's see here. All right, so let's see. We're gonna try. What is your mental strength?
9.
9. Okay. This thing is okay. So you feel like, for an insectoid like yourself, having your carapace breach is a bit like a human's tooth being drilled into the nerve. It hurts. It hurts a lot. And you can feel that, but you hear a sudden inrush of air as the Zarn teleports away somewhere from you before it does whatever it's going to do, you think, maybe. So you're lying there in absolute agony. Maybe 3 turns pass by, and you hear the heavy footsteps of the two, or at least one of the pure strain humans running up to you, and they are now crying for help. The rest of you in the caravan, there are lights being turned on, switched on, panning around, and you guys see Go lying there on the desert floor. He's got some kind of substance on him and a rather nasty looking wound at the base of his big bug head. And the two guards, the other two guards, are gingerly picking you up and bringing you back within the ring of the caravan circled wagons, as it were. So let's see. So yeah, they take some of the precious water that they're carrying and proceed to wash you off. A few turns pass, and yeah, the numbness begins to fade from your extremities. Yeah, the Zarn was basically trying to bore a hole in you to lay eggs in your head.
Did it succeed?
It did not. You you attacked it psychically, and apparently convinced it that you were a threat to it, even if paralyzed. So it it buggered off. But you did take some damage from having your head drilled. And we're going to say that was, yeah, it got all the way in there. It was getting ready to do a thing. By the way, did that show up on? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you did take 3 points of damage from it boring into your skull. Not that you have a skull, you know what I mean. Boring into your head carapace. So yeah, you kind of gingerly bandage that spot. The caravan master says, I know it's only part of the way through the night and we're all tired from a day's travel, but those little bastards can teleport. I want everybody in groups of 2. We're staying up through the night. We'll have some of y'all sleeping in the caravan through the day tomorrow. So, you, Sage and Techno, you guys have been hired on, so I'm presuming you guys comply for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
right.
sure. I think same thing because I don't want to use any hours on the atomic energy cells in the
Okay.
power armor, so I won't get in it.
All right. Yes, and Arlen and Wonder Bar, like just they're just ooked out. Arlen's like, it almost becomes distracting. He snaps open the breech of his shotgun to make sure there's shells in it, clicks it shut, is looking around. Then he'll snap it open again. Fortunately, the rest of the night is uneventful. Now, as you travel along, the next day is bright and sunny. Yang, you can give yourself back a hit point for getting some rest. You are accepted to the you have to stay up watch all the rest of the night, since you got your head drilled into. So you can get one hit point back as you kind of go into torpor in a comfortable place in one of the wagons. So the next day comes bright and early. There's a hearty breakfast, lots and lots of Java being served, so folks who need to stay awake can stay awake. He even gives a bowl to the Brutors, who are greatly appreciative. And you ride on, continuing to wind up through rocky passes. At about midpoint through the day, you actually start to see signs, like actual signs. Like there's a repurposed big square of metal. It's not duralloy. It's one of the lesser metals that tend not to have lasted in great amounts. Kabuki, that can happen. There is much body horror lurking in the depths of Gamma World. But yeah, you pass metallic signs. Black Rock City, 50 kilometers. Water, food, repose. All traders and peaceful folks welcome. You pass another one that you're not really 100% sure what it is indicating. It does say Black Rock City at the top, but then there's just a short but bizarre list of names, and underneath each one it says stage 1, stage 3, party pavilion. It's not entirely clear what they're indicating. As the next day's journey throughout the day goes on, you are going through a rather wide pass. It's not particularly foreboding, like you feel an ambush could happen. But from high up on the rocks to your left, you hear a voice call out with a strange drawl. Howdy, y'all. Kind of echoes from above somewhere. And then you hear a great pinioning and flapping of wings. You see the majestic, huge form of, almost said the wrong thing, of a Yexel gliding down from the cliffs. For those of you who don't know what a Yexel is, it is a great flying creature, has a wingspan of 8 meters and stands 3 meters tall. It lands near your caravan on a boulder and says, well, howdy, good to see y'all. How is everybody today?
Well, hello.
So, just to be clear, he's too close to micro missile.
Yes, he is too close for micro missile.
God. All right. Well, I suppose I'll get an opportunity to figure out what these guys are about, considering the last one was so hostile toward me.
Hostile towards you? It stuck its head up and waved hello, and you shot it.
Yeah, but he was over on the horizon, and then he flew over and breathed like lightning in my face or something.
He did no such thing. He literally sat up and waved, and you shot him with a micro missile. Let's be 100% clear. I have the footage.
He did counterattack.
Yeah, when you shot at him. All right.
But
Anyway,
he was off in the distance. I thought it was a dragon.
Okay. Anyway, so the Yexel is regarding you, and the tradesman waves to the Yexel. Yes, Yexel, they are flying creatures of indeterminate origin, a wingspan of 8 meters. They stand about 3 meters tall. They amble around when they walk on 2 long, hairy legs, but they're a magnificent sight in the air with beautiful orange fur-lined wings when they're outstretched. At the end of each wing is a well-shaped hand. Atop its long neck rests a lion-like head with large eyes and large mandibles. You know that they have a not inconsiderable bite, but can also shoot you with laser beam eyes. But anyway, so yes, he waves to the caravan master, and he says, well, y'all, it's good to see travelers out here. Where y'all headed to?
What business of that is yours? The last of your kind that I encountered was particularly hostile toward me in this group. Perhaps he had some sort of mental disorder. I do not know.
Oh, well, hell, people are people. Well, such as people are.
Yexel.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, no, I was just being friendly. I'll be honest. As long as y'all don't see any other Yexel, or tell them, because I don't want things to get too crowded around here. But I found myself a sweet little snack up on that cliff up there, and I was eating, and I heard y'all's cart start to roll by, and I thought maybe them folks, as they were going along the ground down there, maybe y'all would, I don't know, want to do a little bit of bartering is all. I mean, hell, for myself, y'all can come here or there, go wherever you want, but I'm just making conversation.
And what is it you would like to trade for?
Well, sir, I got a few things that y'all folk might like. I don't really have any use for them. It's junk. I've already gotten all the good stuff. But speaking of good stuff, he literally brings his hands together on the tips of his wings, and I could always eat. But I got a bunch of them little them little hard shiny objects y'all like so much. They were just lying in a little wheeled thingamajig like these that was stuck up there on the cliff. Now I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think it's been there a long time because, I did see some bones. Something unfortunate happened up there. I tried to treat them as respectful as possible. But anyway, there was a whole bunch of junk up in there, and it's no good to me. But if you guys got some cloth or something like that, folks, maybe we can make a trade.
And where are these items? Back up there in your fortress?
Fortress? Mister, I was just taking a nap up there. The caravan master talks amongst the person whom you have come to realize is basically the second in charge. And he looks at your group and says, not to talk over you folks, but if you're not going to trade with the Yexel, we may have a few things we could trade.
Please wait your turn.
No, of course.
Well, then I would also say that considering that we are assisting you in your travels, that perhaps it wouldn't be an either or type of proposition. However, I'm most concerned that he did not. I'm assuming Yexel, are you a he?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Born and bred.
All right. Well, perhaps you should show somebody else that if they want to confirm it. However, you did not bring these trade items with you. These goods.
Oh no. It's a whole bunch of junk up there. It's a whole bunch of junk. I mean, I just thought I'd come down here and I'd say howdy first and see how y'all felt about it. Now, I know y'all go on your legs for the most part. My apologies. No offense intended for any y'all who might be able to fly. But there's a little walking kind of, what do you call it, trail that goes up back this way and back up to the top there. So yeah, you know, I got like I said, I got a lot of odds and ends up there y'all might be interested in.
Caravan Second Master, would you mind if I flew up and took a look?
They shake their heads. Go right ahead.
And what about you, Friendy Exel?
Oh yeah.
I'll just take a look overhead and see if it might be something, or to reconnoiter a better deal.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll both go up there. I'll spread it all out for you, and you can take a look at it.
No funny laser beam stuff.
No funny laser beam stuff. I promise you.
Very well.
All right, so he flies up there, and you juice your suit and hop up there. So what you see is at the top of the cliff, there is a large vehicle of orange Duraplast. It's got 4 seats and a cargo bay in it. It's maybe 3.5 meters long, couple like 2.5 meters wide. It's about the size of a ground car. It is in really rough shape. It has metal balloon tires, 6 of them, 3 on each side. There's a faded logo on the front nose of it that you can't quite make out. Wickedly complicated looking set of controls in what you presume is the driver's position. The Yexel lands and immediately goes to work lifting up handfuls of items that he's carefully laying out on the sand. You also note that all of the seats in this thing have almost been completely picked clean of any padding, which, given what you know about Yexel's penchant for synthetic fabrics, that makes sense. You also note that there are a couple of cairns that have been raised that are just off to the left of it. But anyway, he lays out some items next to this.
So would molecular understanding give me the opportunity to sort of quickly, like Rain Man, identify something that flashes out as it's being thrown down?
Well, he's being careful. He's not throwing anything. You know, he's laying it out.
Sure.
So molecular understanding is like you just automatically know all A items, right?
I do, and that's if I touch it and with inspection, which is why I'm asking if there's some sort of, like, if I could just see something that might jump out at me as something that would be worthwhile.
You're not sure what they are specifically, but you recognize there are a couple of sheathed items, like they look like they could be knives. You don't really need any inspection to tell that there is a rifle of some kind, but you do know that rifles aren't supposed to be bent like this one is. And there's cracks in the duralloy. There's another one that's identical to it that is in far better condition, but again, you don't know what kind of rifle it is. There's a spherical object, maybe 90 millimeters, 80 millimeters in diameter, that's worn, it's dented. It's not in good shape. And then there's the vehicle itself, which again, you can tell that short of someone with absolutely brilliant technology, that thing's never going to roll again, except maybe as a cart.
It is an interesting pile of things that you have here, friend Yaxel.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was just a bunch of junk. I just found it.
Well,
He says, kind of lowers his voice and points with one hand over to the two cairns and says, "You know, I've seen how you folk treat your dead before, and I tried to do right by them over there. I hope that's okay. They was just bones, just bones. When I come up here, they'd been up here a long time, just dust and bones, and I tried to I tried to do right by them."
That is most admirable. Provided, of course, that you did not create the bones. I will take you at your word.
No, sir. No, sir, I did not. So anyway,
What do you propose we do? We can return and bring somebody up here who's better suited, perhaps, to sift through this stuff, or more in a position of power to determine what they are worth, and better at bartering. Or I could go down and retrieve one of them myself while you stay behind.
Well, I can sit up here, but now, I mean, to be fair, y'all. Now, I've shown y'all what I got to trade. What do y'all got in some synthetics? Like I haven't had rayon in a month of Sundays.
Well, and that's just the thing. As you can see by my appearance, I eschew such objects as primitive, I beg your pardon, and of limited usefulness to me. However, the caravan master may have something, and we have a bit of a rapport.
All right, yeah. I mean, y'all bring up whatever you got to trade, and whoever wants to come up and take a look at all this stuff, I'm finer than frogs hair. I'll just sit right here.
Well, you have impressed me as a gentleman and a scholar. I will give my best word for you to the caravan master, for you see he is rather discerning. However, I will make sure to present you in your most positive light.
Oh, thank you, partner. I thank you a lot.
Indeed.
So
I shall return.
All right. He settles down.
All right, I guess I'll go down there and tell these guys and the caravan master what's going on. Basically, from my perspective, some of it may be useful. A lot of it is junk, and he wants textiles as trade.
All right. The caravan master he nods and says, "Yeah, that's your Yuxels for you. I suppose I can walk up there and look.
If you trust me, I can take you up there.
Oh yeah, sure. That's he walks over to your armor, and I mean, it's clear he's had experience with this before, because he plants his foot on a cleat near the foot of your armor and takes hold of essentially a small rung that is mounted like just above and behind your shoulder, and another one on your torso, and is like, "Let's go." So he knows how to passenger properly.
That's what that was for the entire time. Very interesting. I had looked beyond the normal mundane purpose and thought it's something else. And what of Sage? I don't know that our friend Go could possibly use this thing. At least not use it without trying to bite through my neck. So what of Sage? Would you like to ride as well?
Sure.
All right. So yeah, you can copy the caravan master's motions, and yeah, there's a little kick down cleat that the edge of your right foot will rest on, and a couple of handles that you realize that if you hold on to those, you're not hold on tight, you're not going to go flying off as long as Techno doesn't, try and reach Mach 1 or something like that.
Yeah, we're on a roller coaster ride.
All right,
Loop the loops and barrel rolls.
So you guys bounce up there, and the caravan master dismounts and walks over and starts to look at the items. The Exel licks his mandibles and says, "Now, fair's fair. What are y'all thinking of trade now?" He looks over at Sage and Techno.
Well, I do believe that our friend has something that the Sage has mentioned in passing. Perhaps she could tell you more about it. Yeah, had I known it or thought about it, I would have brought it up here along with the rest.
All right, that's fine. Well, what is it?
Well, we got some clothing. We've got some gloves, a cloak, stockings, a jacket, a bag of ancient space clothing of some sort, because it sounds like you're really into textiles.
Or in the stockings.
I could eat if that's what you're asking. Anyway, I've shown you yours. I've shown you mine. Show me yours, as the joke goes.
Well, we've got it back at the caravan there, but
right.
I can return and retrieve it while you discuss matters of pertinence, if you would like.
Was there anything that caught your interest here, Techno?
Well, that is up to you. As I said, some of it appears to be, how do I say this, substandard to the things that we would normally be interested in. And some of it appears to be, it depends upon the individual. However, I can retrieve the clothing that we had that I was unaware of from the trailer, and you can speak it out amongst yourselves.
All right. So it sounds like there's a useless weapon and a possible useful weapon. Were there any batteries or?
Yeah, the caravan master kind of looks it over and tells the Exel, I myself, I don't know. Really, I need the cloth more at my destination. No offense. And the Exel just kind of shrugs his shoulders and flaps his wings gently. Dooms, you get back. Has Go been heading up the trail there, or is Go just sitting down at the caravan?
I think Go's just hanging out.
Okay. All right. So, Dooms, you get back up with the clothes, and yeah, the Yexel is basically doing the Yexel equivalent of one of these.
Well, he knows what he has. No tire kickers, no low ballers,
Yeah. I know what I got. No low balls. All right. So Dooms, he gives you let to look over this stuff if you want. And let me see where on the chart these various odds and ends might fall.
I know, Techno, you've got skill to determine just by touching something if it's useful or not. So at least technology.
It is better to be out of the armor for this process. So cover me.
Yeah.
All right. So you crack your armor. and you can handle this stuff. You have it is the fusing mechanism seems to be intact, but there is a grenade of some kind. There is and it is in the grenade is in poor shape. There is a vibro blade in a Duracloth sheath that is in excellent condition, fully charged. There's one of the two rifles. I mean, you can. It's so badly mangled that you can really only tell this by handling the one that isn't mangled because its pattern is identical. But yeah, these are fusion rifles.
Okay.
Of the two, one of them is in fair condition. The other vibroblade is in perfect condition. So basically you have a fair condition fusion rifle, a perfect condition vibroblade, an obviously broken fusion rifle, an excellent condition vibroblade, a poor condition grenade, and the vehicle is obviously broken.
Okay. All right, let me just get this broken fusion rifle listed down here. All right. Well, there are some items, friend, as I turn my head up to the Yexel. There are some items, friend, that may be of interest to us. What would you want for them?
All right. He takes a look at the collection of clothes you guys have got, and says, well, sir, I'll tell you what. For what you got there, I could see. Oh, what is Techno's charisma also? I know it's not like off the charts, but
yeah, 14.
14. Oh, okay. All right, that changes. He says, all right. Well, I am pretty hungry, and this stuff ain't doing me any good. So, what do you say an even swapsies? What you think of that?
Seems reasonable to me. Sage.
Quick question: is there any batteries or healing powders or anything that we can see here? Or no? Okay.
There's what I said.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good swap for us.
Well, it appears you have a deal, Yexel. So there was an excellent vibroblade. Excellent vibroblade, fully charged, and the other one was.
The other one is very good condition, also
right.
fully charged.
Right.
Oh, I thought it was perfect, actually.
Oh, one of them is.
One of them is perfect, and one of them is very good. One of the fusion rifles is kind of
fair.
Fair. The grenade is poor condition. And Techno, by handling that grenade, you can tell, since it's now your property, and he is like daintily with his claw-like hands, he is daintily picking out some clothes and eating them with aplomb. He's like, yeah, I don't know why he was carrying all this stuff, but whoever they was, it didn't do him no good in the end. I mean, respectfully, I say that. They might have been good people. I don't know what happened to them. But let's see. Dooms, give me well, no, because you don't have to. That is a give me a D6 roll, Dooms. Give me a D6 roll.
Certainly. 4, sir. A
4. That is an energy grenade.
All right, and it's a problem with the fuse or something.
You're not sure. You're not sure. It's got some dents and
Right on.
dings in the casing. You'll basically find out when you try to use it whether or not it works. The other things you can test right now, the vibro weapon you don't have to test. You know it's going to work. The other vibro blade, you might want to test. The fusion rifle, you probably want to test. And both fusion rifles, despite their condition, do have that pack with the cable. So, if nothing else,
right.
atomic energy cells.
Yeah, exactly, and that's particularly important.
Yeah,
in this circumstance, I think the last one I sold with only a couple of charges left. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I assume that the vibroblades are whatever, I guess, as you would say, is on the tin, right? They look just like I expected that they are, and they've got full batteries.
Yes. Now, as far,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I don't think I had anything else to say. I was just running my mouth.
Okay. But again, he's like the Yexel is just as happy as could be. He's snacking on the clothes, not really paying you much attention. If you want to test, we lost Kennick. Hopefully she'll be back. But if you guys want to test the items now, that's entirely up to you. You don't have to. You can gather them and go.
Yeah, that's a generous offer, but I feel like we should get as far away from this place as we can with what we have. I feel like it was a reasonable haul, particularly considering atomic cells, and I don't want to give up the game. So we'll discuss that away from Guy.
Alrighty. So he bids you adieu. The caravan master, having decided not to purchase any of this stuff, left you guys to your negotiations, and he actually took the path down the backside of this bluff. And
right on.
By the time you guys get there, he's back. He's chatting with Arlen and with Wonder Bar, and say, oh yeah, I just they need the cloth at Blackrock more than I needed some interesting looking stuff. I mean, yeah, weapons from the before the fall, but hey, Christopher Sims. Wow, we have had 307 sets of eyes on tonight's live stream, and that is really nice. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you're out there, particularly if you're watching over on X, give us a shout. Say hello. Love to hear from our fans over on X. So, all right. So you are you've gathered up your odds and ends, and you head back out on the trail and you journey the rest of the day, unless there's anything specific that you wish to do, Dooms.
Yeah,
or any of these.
If there's right. If there's a moment, I would like to confer with Go and determine what kind of armament he has and what he's capable of using. Because if he happens to be ambidextrous, there are a couple of vibro blades here that would suit him quite well. He could be the drizzt of the mantis warriors.
I mean, yeah, you're a part mantis, so it would be drizzt.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, you're not ambidextrous, but you can certainly use one of the weapons. Yang Go has not, so you're gonna have to take one of the two vibroblades and practice with it to try and get it working.
Okay. I will do that.
All right.
You may as well take the excellent one, right? I mean, if nobody else wants it.
No, that's fine.
All right. So, Yang, give me a D10 roll.
Let's see. I think this might be only slightly better than what Og would have done.
Og.
Yeah. You guys watch Go struggle with this for a second, and then like you should probably take it out of the sheath first.
Oh my.
Merely a flesh wound that you cut off your tail.
Yeah.
I will try again.
Now my thumb, should that have fallen off like that? All right, go ahead and give me a die roll again, Yang.
Oh, I just rolled a 6.
A 6. Okay. Yeah, well, you take it out of the sheath, and there's, a couple of buttons on the pommel there. Give me another die roll. Okay, yeah, you figured out how to plug a new battery into it. I mean, it's a knife; it's not that hard to wield. And give me one last D10 roll. A 2. Okay, yeah, you've got it figured out. Congratulations! You can use a vibroblade.
Excellent.
So the vibroblade, for those of you who are curious, the vibroblade, it does 25 points of damage. It has a battery life of 20 minutes or 20 rounds. It takes a hydrogen energy cell. So yeah, it can be pretty nasty if you hit somebody with it. You just have to get into close quarters combat with them.
What's the weapon class on that, please?
The vibroblade that's a fine question. It is a class 5 weapon.
And thanks for taking care of that, Saf, that sheet and whatnot.
Sure.
My font was all tiny, and it's being fixed, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just did the format. I live in spreadsheets, so.
All right. Hey, Doc Flamingo, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. All right.
I think that I would like to. I apologize. Am I interrupting?
No, go ahead. You're playing. Let me know.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to analyze the charge in the atomic batteries that are located within the fusion rifles.
Despite their condition, the atomic energy cells seem to be holding a full charge.
So, is it right to assume that we have 4 atomic energy cells with full charges?
Because
those fusion rifles, do they take 2 each?
That's, you know what? I honestly don't remember if they take.
I
think they're 1 each.
Are they 1 each?
I think so.
Fusion rifle.
And I don't
fusion
have my book open.
Power source atomic energy cell. It's just the one. It's just the one.
And then that weapon class as well, please. Since you're right.
That's a 13.
Okay, thank you.
That's the fusion rifle is essentially a death ray, so that's going to be a pretty high up on the weapons charts.
Yeah,
and for those of you,
and you got to be fully clad.
Yeah, 2 beams of intensity 18 radiation. Damage inflicted as determined on radiation hazard matrix. Which kind of sucks because with a really good roll against a really tough opponent, a really poor roll against a really tough opponent, all you could do, you could just end up giving them a potentially good mutation.
Right. So we've got an area of interest here, right? And that would be the Techno's powered assault armor takes 2 atomic energy cells. So he has 2 that are partially depleted.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like it's I thought it was on the sheet. And we have one atomic energy cell on the trailer. So my question is should he take those out of and this is primarily for the players, should he take those out and replace them with 2 fully charged ones, so that instead of about, I think, 25 hours of
Yeah.
power armor, he'll get back to the full amount, and then it will take down, but you'll also have another full one, because there's 2, right, you'll have you'll end up having a partial, right, because there's 2 in the fusion rifles that are full. Techno needs 2. Techno will give you 2 back. Yeah, so you won't have an extra partial, except for
I
the one
mean,
on the trailer.
use what we have to maximize. I mean,
Well,
the
I mean,
armor is what keeps you alive. So,
Well,
do
I
you need to
remember
switch it
where the
now?
partial came from, because the broken one. Right. I don't necessarily need to switch it now, but it might be more confusing if somebody starts using that fusion rifle and then depletes partially, where I could just go ahead and take them and sacrifice the 25 hours that's left in these, which is about half capacity, which would amount to about half capacity on the ammunition for the things. And then you have an extra one of mine, because only one of those fusion rifles is ever going to work. Right.
yeah. I mean,
that makes
it
sense.
makes sense. Yeah. Because,
Right. So I could take those 2, fill up the armor to the max, which is, I'll have to look it up here real quick.
I think it's
might
40
be like
hours.
40 hours. Right. And then that would leave you guys with about 2/3 the ammunition in that thing.
Well, and I mean, we
And the fusion
actually, for
rifle.
the parts only,
Right.
we should actually take that cell out and put it in the inventory with the other one.
The what?
The one that's in the parts only. We should take it out
Right.
of that and put it in the consumables, so that way it's not even in the weapon. And then you
Right.
can
That's what I'm.
note. Yeah. And then you can note
Yeah,
on the
that's what I'm getting
sheet.
at. Is I would take that one,
Yeah.
and I would take the one from the one that's actually functional, and then I would give you back these 2 that are from 1/2 to the 2/3 remaining capacity.
Yeah, I know. Make the notes on there on what's remaining on the charges for the fusion rifles, and we can go from there.
Right on. It's not super easy.
Yeah. So it is 42 hours of constant use for the atomic energy cells.
Okay, so I could do 42 divided by, or the other way, right? 25 divided by 42 is 0.04. So each one of these has 0.4 remaining, the ones I'm trading them out for.
So well, you get 10 shots each, so it's basically you're going to get 4 shots out of each of your remaining cells if you use them as weapons. Whatever happened to the party's lunar rover? Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that thing. I don't remember what you guys did with the lunar rover.
It was in the last town, and we were kind of debating off air, did we actually bring it with us?
I thought we towed it, but I could be wrong.
For sure the trailer's here.
Yeah, for sure the trailer's here.
Right, and now I'm starting to think that we talked about, and I could be wrong, that we talked about towing it along, but we already had the trailer, and that was going to make the load be too much to bring it with. I could have totally made that up.
I hope we put the club on it.
Well,
I know
mean,
we had the people looking at it, right?
Yeah, you guys seem pretty well respected in the town of Ryan. So if you parked it somewhere, odds are it's probably not going to get stolen.
Yeah, in my mind's eye, we had parked it back toward like the southwest portion of the wall, and then everybody started admiring it, and then we came and talked to them. I stood back in the distance because I didn't want to sully myself with that particular type of person, and I can't remember what happened afterward. But I thought we took it, but maybe not.
Somebody was asking what Techno's armor looks like. I will admit to just shamelessly stealing straight from Kao Yokoyama's design, because I think they're some of the coolest powered armor suits ever. So if you guys follow that link that I just put in the chat, that is what Techno's armor looks like.
And yeah, and I actually stole my avatar based on Bill's description from somebody who had actually printed one and painted it.
Yes. So that is the work of Japanese model maker Kao Yokoyama, and I have talked at great length about the very realistic, very gritty power armor suits that he does, compare and contrast to, say, like Mobile Suit Gundam or even Macross. I do quite like Yokoyama-san's mecha designs against some of the others. But anyway, so the rest of the day passes, and you find yourselves coming up to a town. Now, the first thing you notice is not the appearance of the town itself, although that certainly is interesting, because there is a 1 meter wide by a meter and a half. I'm sorry, 1 meter high by meter and a half wide Duralloy sign, painted every color of the rainbow chaotically. It's not in a pattern. It has just been daubed over and over and over again with bright paint, loosely wound around the posts holding it in the ground, and the sign itself are strings of small LED bulbs. And you can make out on the sign, it says Black Rock City. And that's when the sound hits you. It is a cacophony of music of various types coming from this place. It's as you kind of round the corner, you're still like 500 meters from it, and you can hear the sound washing over you. The town, like most settlements, has a defensive wall around it. This defensive wall is kind of curious because while it is largely boulders, you can make out the reinforcements, the buttressing, all appears to be done by creatively placed hulks of ground vehicles. Basically, there's a car hinge circling the thing that's got the rocks holding it up. You can see there's just sort of peeking over the wall. You can make out large pavilion tents. It's an interesting place, to say the least, as you approach it. You come up to the main gate. There are a couple of armed sentries atop the main gate looking down at you. You're not sure. You're not sure at all. They're if these are uniforms, these are the strangest uniforms you've ever seen, because they're in motley. I mean, that is the best way to explain it. They're brightly colored clothes, white clothes. One of the guards, you're not sure if this is to cover disfigurement or what, but one of the guards is wearing a loosely fitting respirator around his face. And it's like I said, there's music pouring out of the place. And as you ride up, there is a mutant. She has wings. She is wearing something so diaphanous as to not be wearing anything at all. She alights on the cart of the caravan master. They exchange words. You can't quite make it out over the cacophony of music, but apparently they know each other. She smiles, does a little dance, wraps her arms around him, and waves up to the guards, and the gate opens. And you are now looking into a rather unusual looking settlement. It is right in the middle of it. The first thing you notice before any of the other tents, which despite the fact that their tents actually do look like permanent structures, in the middle of it, there is a stylized figure with its arms upraised, and scattered around its feet are logs, planks, heaps of stuff you can't quite make out. People seem to be going about their regular business, but you see kind of on the perimeter closest to the wall, there are performance stages, and there are many people sitting around watching these performance stages, and you're not sure if this is some kind of formalized battle, but the groups performing music are, like I said, they're performing disparate music and all trying to out volume each other to the cheers and enjoyment of the crowds watching. So there you guys go. What do you?
How many of these people seem to be drunk or high?
Yes. So no, actually, the people watching the performances seem to be having a good time. There is a local watering hole tavern kind of place, but yes, yes, the drummer for one of the bands does point out into the audience and yell something about opening a pit, but you don't see the ground does not swallow up the people enthusiastically dancing around. But no, I mean, most people seem to be enjoying themselves, but not to debilitating excess. And that is the people watching the shows. Everyone else seems to be just going about their business. So it's not it's not as though it is a wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling debauch going on here. So what do you guys do? There you go. Arlen's kind of nodding, and he looks over at you guys and says something and waits for you to react. You don't hear him, and he then raises his voice and points at sort of a large. At first you think it's a tent, but then you realize that it's cloth covered duralloy panels made to look like a tent, a large dome like tent. And there's a stylized cocktail glass and LED letters that spell out the word drinks. And he's pointing that way and nudging you guys.
Does there seem to be any kind of like a medical facility tent type of thing around that we can see?
Not at first glance, no.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for one.
All right. Okay. Arlen and Wonder Bar are heading that way. What is Go doing?
I think he's taking it all in. He'll just go wherever the group goes.
Okay. How about Techno?
Oh, he said he'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I am back.
Okay.
Now. I've got my earpiece in, so I was able to hear it all.
Okay.
I'm going to observe this as well. If there's a clear direction in leadership, say from Sage, then I'll follow that. But I'm a little confounded by this particular display.
Okay. Well, how about Sage?
So it sounds like the caravan leader wants us to go to the drink tent.
No, he does not. He has gone on about his business. This is Arlen and Wonder Bar have enthusiastically embraced going to the towards.
All right, so we can head that way, but we'll keep an eye out and see what else there is.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you pass what you think must be the center of this town. It has the aforementioned effigy. And just before any of you guys start to panic, no, it is not made of wicker, and there is not a space inside it just big enough to hold a single person. So nobody's going to get Edward Woodward on me on my watch. If this was Call of Cthulhu, maybe, but not now. No.
That is really an excellent movie, by the way.
It is, and not the one with Nicolas Cage. I should point out, not the one with Nicolas Cage.
I didn't even know that existed, but I should.
I'm sorry. I apologize that you now know that exists. Well, they tried to deflate the horror from it by making Nicolas Cage such an awful person that you're glad that it happens to him at the end. But it's Nicolas Cage.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other movie we're talking about the Equalizer, man. You know.
Exactly. Like you're supposed to feel bad for Edward Woodward's character. Yeah. Anyway, so no, it is it. If this is for burning somebody at the stake, they'd have to be tied to this thing. There's no chamber or anything like that in it.
Right on.
But there is kind of a raised bit of a dais in front of it where someone could sit or stand or sit to address a crowd. Behind that, beyond it, towards one of the stages in the back, under a large canopy, there's what can only be described as a fountain and some kind of technological pumping mechanism next to it, and people are gathering water there. You're not sure if you guys are starting to go a little deaf or if the bands are actually winding their sets down, but you're kind of able to hear. There's off in another section, there's individual tents and presumably small dwellings clustered together. There's just a lot of interesting stuff going on. Everyone seems to have some kind of artistic style to them. Other cities, villages, settlements, that sort of thing, seem to be centered solely on the idea of, I wear clothes because they protect me from the sun / radiation / other elements, harsh realities, that sort of thing. And not much thought is given to them beyond that. These folks, for whatever value you want to give it, seem to at least be attempting a degree of style. Every surface seems to be daubed with bright paint. There are some actually on some flat surfaces. There are some gorgeous murals that have been painted. So it's not like the place is without its charm. And as you're taking that in, you actually pass a floating sphere of some kind. It's got long, thin metal whiskers, for lack of a better term, poking out of it at random angles. It floats by you guys, stops, and says in a metallic voice, "Good afternoon," and then just kind of keeps going on about its business.
Interesting.
And with that, you head into the drinks place. The as I said, the music outside seems like it was starting to get a little bit quieter, despite the tent-like appearance of this place. As soon as the door closes behind you, it is a very, very, very distant, just, you can feel it more than you can hear it in here. And as soon as you guys walk in, the bartender, she calls out and says, "Hey, metal men, come on, take the Durloy Long Johns off in here, okay?" She's smiling, but she did point at you and at Wonder Bar.
Yeah. So assuming that I came in here in the power armor, I will search the HUD for an appropriate response. There are 4 possible choices. I'll pick number 3, and then I'll go
I'll look
ahead
at her and say,
I'll go ahead and walk out.
we're just passing through.
Walk out as in you're leaving the tavern, or walk out of your armor?
Sorry. Yeah, I'll walk out of my armor.
Okay. Yeah, you guys leave Techno's power armor parked outside. You come outside. It's like neon pink with purple racing stripes on it. I thought it needed some color, man. I put a stereo system in there too. You're welcome, brother. Hugs you, walks away.
I heard of this thing called metal once. Do you know anything about it?
Yeah, so Wonder Bar follows suit, and he clambers out of his armor too. Again, she's smiling and says, "Well, don't just stand there, come in." And waves you over to the bar with a smile.
Well, Sage, I'm standing behind you intentionally.
All right. So let's go check out the bar.
All right. Well, there's bottles of various liquids on the shelf behind her, lit up from the bottom with some kind of light source. Well, greetings, wanderers. What can I get for you?
Do you have non-alcoholic beverages?
I've got some fruit juice, sure. She brings out a glass and pours some kind of nectar and slides it over to you.
Okay, thank you. What would you folks like?
Not that, thank you. Unless you would like me to use my molecular understanding, you to determine your weak point. I would
just reach over and grab a Sage on top of the head. Yes. How about Go? What is Go doing?
Do you have blood?
Hey, only what's inside me, pal.
Oh, is that on offer?
No, it's not, I'm afraid.
Oh.
I mean, a couple of summers ago, we had we had a caravan go through, and some of the people were into kind of a hinky vampire kick, but I don't know, not really my cup of tea. Anyway,
Well, that's a shame. Perhaps do you have any heads? Perhaps of smaller people.
all right. What is your charisma? Is it 9, 10?
9.
0 now.
Yeah.
Well, we are at a free type of session
Yeah,
here.
she's like, yeah, eating people and drinking their blood, that's not really, we don't, I'm sorry, we don't really do that. I mean, how about some water? Would you like some water?
All right.
All right, she sets a tumbler of water in front of you. Assuming none of the rest of you folks want body parts or viscera or blood, is there anything I can get? Arlen asks, like, Arlen's looking at like this Duraplast card that has had written on it in some kind of marker or pencil or something like that. He's like, how about one of those? And she's like, that I can get you. And she hands him a brown bottle with a cork in the top, uncorks it for him even, and he's like, and proceeds to drink it. It basically, for all of your drinks, it comes to 3 domar.
Okay. So I'm going to ask her, what is this?
No, this is the
party
bar
celebration.
Oh, that's just the midday jam session. You know, people taking time off from work and things like that. Just, yeah, they like to hear a little bit of music, and bands like to try out some new jams and things like that. So that's when we do it. You guys just got here at a very lucky time.
And what's with all the colors? I mean, it's very bright.
What's not with all the colors? I mean, you know, you go out on the playa, and it's just like everything's beige. You go to other towns and settlements and cities, and it's either rust and shiny metal and sand, or rust and shiny metal and blue or orange or green or red Duraplast. So, you know, do you guys not know about Black Rock City?
No, we don't. This is the first time we've been here.
Do not include me and you guys. We are separate entities.
Right. Anyway, so back before the cataclysm, this was a huge temporary city, and people would come here year after year, and over the course of a few weeks, a whole beautiful happening place of music and love and art and understanding and technology would spring up, and then it would just fade away into the desert as soon as everybody had to go back to their humdrum lives. And then when the cataclysm happened, well, there were people who gathered here away from the ruins and the destruction and all the terrible sadness, and they took the philosophy of this place, and they made it permanent. It's a lot smaller than it was back then, but there's less people around anymore. So this is what we've got, and we just celebrate every day of living and every moment of happiness we can, because you never know what's going to happen later, right?
Yeah. Speaking of never knowing what's going to happen later, do you have any medical facilities or something? Because
Are you
Things do
sick?
happen. No.
Oh,
No, we're
well, I
not
mean,
sick.
don't worry about us. Dr. Virio, he's got a clinic. It uses some ancient tech, but there's nobody he can't patch up.
Hey, can you direct us to how to see the doctor? Because one of the caravan might want to say hi to him.
I have a
Oh.
hole in my head.
You sure do, buddy. It's right there. She kind of points at the spot between your mandibles, not close enough for you to get her fingers. But she says, well, I mean, you don't just like see the dock. And I mean, as far as the caravan goes, I know those guys. They go between here and Ryan, and sometimes they get as far out as San Francisco. But I mean, they know how to find the dock if they need to see the dock. I wouldn't worry about them.
Okay. So obviously, when we get back to our caravan, we will ask them directions to the doctor.
It's not your caravan. I mean, they've
not
gone
our
they've
caravan.
gone to do that. They've gone to do their business. So
Okay.
So yeah, you guys enjoy your drinks, and she makes sure not to include techno in you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, Arlen and Wonderbar are like, you know what? I think we're gonna get a table. I want to try a couple more of these. These are delicious. And Wonderbar's like, oh yeah, yep.
All right. So it sounds like they want to stay.
Yeah, they're gonna stay there in the drinks place.
Okay.
Christopher Sims keeps talking in numbers, and I'm wondering what's going on. Are you counting my ums? I can't help it, man.
So I look at Techno and go and say, well, should we try to find this doctor on our own?
Perhaps you should do that. I am comfortable where I am. For you see, I would have to don the armor again. And as much as it is beneficial, it is also irritating.
Alrighty.
I will take the table with a yonder gentleman.
Go, you staying or coming?
I will stay.
Okay. So it sounds like I'm going on my own to find the doctor.
Oh, no. I changed my mind. I will go with you.
Okay.
All right, so you guys
finish my drink, and then we'll go out into the crowd and ask around to see if
did somebody pay for the drinks?
Yeah.
Nope.
I paid for the drinks.
All right, so you put down
like 3 Domar or something.
Yeah, it's like 3 Domar. Oh, ads. Oh, okay, Chris. Yeah, I will look into that. I will see if there is some control over the ads for the live streams. All right, so you guys head out, and yes, the bands have stopped. There is still constantly music. There are some kind of speakers somewhere, music that is going on. Yang, roll a d6 for me as you guys are kind of wandering around outside.
4.
Okay. As you guys are walking alone, there's a couple of large canine creatures that come. Oh no, that's it. Now that I know what it's for, Christopher, that's fine. Anyway, there's a couple of large dog-like. I don't mean large like up to your shoulder or anything. You know, just they're good sized critters. That come trotting along next to you guys, and they're keeping a respectful distance, but they're just kind of walking along. One of them, is as you're walking, they're slowly making a circuit around you guys. And one of them comes up and stops in front of you, Sage, and flops over on his back. He's like showing his belly.
Okay. So I'll stop and look down at him and say, "Would you like a belly rub?"
It yips.
All right, so I'll give him a belly rub.
Okay. And what is your dex?
7.
7. Oh, okay. No, that's perfect. You are completely caught off surprise when it bounds up on all fours as you bend over and shoves you backwards with your paws. The other one was apparently standing right behind your legs, and you fall over into damp sand. It's not wet. Your clothes aren't soaked or anything like that, but it wasn't the hard ground. And you're not sure because both of them are yipping and like running in circles around you guys, but it sounds like they're laughing at you.
I'll pick myself up and say, "Yeah, funny guys, funny guys."
A voice in your mind says, "I thought it was extremely droll, if I'm being completely honest with you." And another voice speaks in your head and says, "Yes, it never gets tiresome."
So do you do this regularly?
Oh, all the time, whenever we can.
So any newcomers, you try it out on and see if it works, huh?
Newcomers, oldcomers, anyone dumb enough to fall for the "please rub the puppy's tummy" bit. That and get help. You always get the sappy ones with get help.
I'm sure it does.
Just a note, Go is wondering how their heads would taste.
Okay.
So I'll say, "Do you know where the doctor is?"
Ooh, are you sick? Do you need to get spayed?
Maybe.
Well, I suppose we could help you.
We would very much appreciate it.
Well, what's it worth to you to find out where the doctor is?
Let's see. Well, we can give you a couple dolmars for your trouble, and you can get yourself something to eat or drink or whatever.
You've never seen a coyote roll its eyes at you before, but the one in front of you rolls its eyes at you. It's like, that's very sweet of you, but
what is it that you would want?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't we take an IOU, and when we decide, we'll let you know. The other one, you can hear it having this conversation here. "Oh, yes, I think that's an excellent idea. Oh, I know. Do you have a bamboo cage big enough to put him in?" And it jerks its head towards Go.
Yeah, no,
Maybe we could find another one and they could fight.
Of course, I don't know if they'd fight or do something else. It'd kind of be scary, and I really wouldn't want to see that, I don't think.
Well, anyway, so if you're looking for Dr. Virio, I don't know, I guess we could take you. But again, we're going to hold you to it. By the way,
So
that one is Silt, and it kind of jerks its head towards the other coyote, and that coyote points his nose at the other one and says, and that one is Ash.
Ah. Well, nice to meet you both.
Well, it's nice to be met. They say, come along if you can keep up, and they sprint through the throngs of people.
Well, I'm sure we'll see people getting jostled in that, so we'll follow along.
D9 Games. First of all, hello to you over on X D9 Games. 88, last time you played Gamma World. Hey, it can always be 1988 around here. All right, so and again, hello to our friends watching over on X. Wow, 366 folks have tuned in tonight. That is really awesome. Thank you all very much for hanging out tonight. All right, so they kind of lead you through, and there is a pure strain human in a long duster that is of a light green shade, walking along. He is drinking something out of a tall fluted glass with just an excessively long straw, kind of walking along, and he's like, he stops and he looks at them, and he looks back at you, and he looks at them. He says, all right, are you looking for me?
Are you the doctor?
Yes, I am the doctor. What is the trouble?
Well, Go here has a break in his skull
Head.
armor.
Oh, you've got a hole in your head?
Yes,
Yeah.
a Zorn tried to lay eggs in my head.
Did it succeed?
No. Plus, I already have eggs.
You. All right. Is it causing you any discomfort, this hole in your head?
Well, I would like it closed.
Alrighty. Well, he slurps the last dregs out of the tall, skinny glass and walks over and carefully lowers it into a receptacle apparently meant for that sort of thing, and leads you over to a conical metal structure that has a glowing blue cross hovering above it. It's kind of curious. You've never seen something like that. It is just light projected in the air in the shape of a blue cross. Come on in.
He goes in.
All right. The first thing that hits you when you walk in is how clean this place is. You have never been in some place this clean before. I mean, you've been in places that like you thought, like, wow, this is clean. Nothing like this. The antiseptic smell in here also is almost overwhelming. It's making your spiracules water. So he's like, I'll tell you to hop up on the table and turn your head and cough, but I don't think that's really du jour right now. Why don't you go ahead and just tilt your head forward so I can see that that hole there.
He will do that.
All right. He rummages around in a drawer, and let's see. Says, alrighty, I think this should do it. If I know anything about intelligent person-sized insects, and I don't, your carapace should probably slowly over time begin to mend itself shut Now, as far as the damage you've already incurred, and of course, you don't want to get dirt or sand or grit up in that. I am going to try some medical tape on it. He picks up it's a cube. It's a white plastic cube and pushes a green button, and this 3 centimeter by 3 centimeter white patch slides out of a slot. He pushes a button. There's a click. He peels something off the back and says, "Now hold still," and very carefully places it there. The pain subsides a little bit now that you don't have like currents of air constantly blowing on it. He says, "Now come back in a day or 3 and we'll see how you're doing."
Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And if you're going to be leaving immediately, he pushes the button again a couple more times and peels off a couple more. Just keep these stuck on it until it heals up.
I will.
But getting a look around,
Thank you.
there is a lot of medical technology in here in really good repair. So yeah,
And I'm going to say, I've got injuries.
I didn't realize you'd come in as well.
Yeah, I would watch.
All right. He jokingly says, "Well, friend, I don't have a big enough magazine and cup to scoop you up with and take you and let you free outside. So if you'd wait in the other room while I help your lady friend out here."
All right.
All right. What seems to be the trouble with you?
Well, we had some incursions on the way over, and I've taken a fair amount of damage.
All right. Here, stretch out. He points to it's like a good meter and a half off the floor. It's like a very narrow padded 1-person bed. At one end of it is this large Duralloy hoop that looks like it is big enough to easily move over this thing and back without any trouble.
Okay. So I'll do that.
All right. He taps a few keys and is like, "Oh yeah. You've been stabbed. Your blood's a little low too. Yeah, let's see here. All right." He punches a couple of buttons and says, "I'm not trying to be crass, but I will need you to disrobe. I'm a doctor and I've seen it all before. If you'd like to have a nurse in here, you're out of luck. If you want to."
No, that's fine.
All right. So this thing scans over you a few times and he says, "I need you to hold perfectly still. If you can't, I'll sedate you." But yeah,
So
basically this thing goes to work. There's light pulses on your injuries and so on. You get back. We're going to treat this as a cure serious wounds. You get back 12 hit points.
Okay.
And like where you got stabbed by this thing, where you got bitten by mandibles and so on. It does feel a lot better. He says, "All right, you can get dressed and get up."
Okay.
Your blood level is a little bit low. You're going to want to replenish your iron. So here he walks over, punches a couple of buttons on a dispenser. There's a clatter, and he hands you a clear bottle with 4 brown colored tablets, maybe the size of your pinky nail, in it, and says, "Take one of these a day for the next 4 days, and that should rebuild your blood iron. You'll be feeling better."
All right. And do you have perth powder or something like that I can take to continue to heal?
No. I would just recommend resting up Sorry, no Perth powder right now. You're not gonna die. All right, as long as you don't go get in a fist fight with a war bot, just light duty for the next few days.
All right. I mean, we are supposed to be guarding this caravan, so that's
the caravan. Oh, are they heading back out already?
probably pretty soon.
Yeah, that's funny because they usually do once a month, so I don't think
okay.
they're heading out back soon.
All right. Well, maybe not.
Anyway,
I mean, we're hired to bring them here, I guess, and then take them back.
All right, that'll be 10 Domar.
Okay.
All right, he takes your money and sends you on your way. Dooms, you and Wonderbar and Arlen are sitting there. Is Techno sampling any of the local brews beyond what you already got?
Yeah, I would assume a couple, and some food would also be nice.
Oh yeah. They've got they've got a local bread that's really good. They've got some stew that's excellent. But the
right on
the drinks the drinks are pretty good. Anyway, as you guys are sitting there, that hovering robot spherical thing, basically it looks like Sputnik, is comes through the door. The bartender yells out a greeting to it and says, "Hola, Lumen." It just kind of flashes a laser pulse, I guess, in greeting, and makes a beeline straight for your table. And in its musical, mechanical voice says, "Your presence has been requested."
By whom? Do you know?
Yes, by Matriarch Ember.
Well, we must make haste. How about one for the table?
Of course, I can be patient and wait. And that is where we're going to leave it this week, guys. Thank you very much to my players who are able to make it. Hopefully, Tim and Kevin will be able to be here next week. But I want to thank you three guys for hanging out. Thank you, audience, for tuning in tonight. As always, 380 eyes on the show tonight. I really appreciated it. Thanks again to Jack Neller for becoming a YouTube member. I really appreciate that, Jack. You quite literally are helping keep the lights on. Thank you to everyone out there in the audience, of course. And, just because I haven't had them show up before doesn't mean that Gamma World does not have owl bears occasionally appearing. Peace, good night, and hey, don't forget to catch me, Yang Yan Zhao, and Dungeon Minister tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, not tomorrow night. I get a little stuck in my own world. Tomorrow afternoon at the Nerd Council of Doom, where we will gently, calmly, kindly, and happily assault your pop culture sensibilities and let you guys know what's going on in the world that's good and fun. Peace, good night. I love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show. I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.